Hey guys, History Writer here. In a few moments we're going to go over an opening and review of a kit that I chose to use for the International Scale Modeler Night Fighter SIG. I chose to do the Sword 1/72nd scale Douglas F3D Skyknight. I chose to do this kit because it's quite a bit of a unique night fighter. It's nothing like we'd ever seen before coming out of World War II, like the actual fighters that they converted into the night fighter variant. This was the first designed jet-powered night fighter. It was asked for by the Navy to meet a requirement that it be carrier-based, jet-powered, and all-weather. This was to basically replace the F-7F Tiger Cat, and it was an interim fighter to serve in Korea and into the earlier years of Vietnam. It was the only Korea War-era jet fighter that survived through Vietnam before it got replaced with other jets. For example, the Grumman EA-6B Prowler and the EA-6A Intruder. Anyway, the Skyknight was designed, as I said, around its equipment. So it wasn't very sleek, it wasn't very fast, it was just kind of a big slug. There's a couple nicknames for it. It earned Willie the Whale, and another one. This one is called, the other nickname is the Drut. That's D-R-U-T. Now, you can imagine what that spells backwards. So, it did actually kind of live up to the Whale or the Drut in characteristics. It didn't handle very well, but it did do one thing. It did exactly what the Navy needed it to do, was to go out at night, hunt, seek, and destroy enemy aircraft. It did this by a couple ways. It had a really advanced, for its time, fire control system, so it could fire at night. It was linked with the radar system that was coupled with the jet. It also had 4 20-millimeter cannons in its nose, so it packed a pretty heavy punch. The fire control system and the radar was basically what the Navy wanted, and Douglas designed an aircraft around it. So that's why they just kind of, well, okay, we don't need it to be slow, we don't need it to be sleek, we just need it to do its job. And it did it all right. It didn't see much combat. It did actually have a couple firsts. So it was one of the first aircrafts that scored one of the first victories in Korea. And they later on used it as a kind of a testing jet for the, what was it? The AIM-7 Sparrow missile. And that, as we all saw, helped, the development of that kind of helped us out a little bit in Vietnam. Anyway, it's a real cool kit. I just like it because it's so unique. It was jumping off platform to help further the development of our modern jets. So without further ado, let's go over to the model bench and take a look at it. Alright guys, welcome to the workbench. Here we are with the 72nd scale Sword F3D Skyknight built by Douglas. Anyway, here's the review and the opening. Let's take a look at the box art. It actually looks pretty neat. It's got the depiction of the Marine variant on there. Let me see if I can bring that in a little bit closer for you. Oops, sorry about the glare there. Yeah, the nice overall dark black, or the semi-gloss black, or the gloss sea blue. The Marines primarily used both of those, while the Navy used the gloss sea blue and the later on the white and gray scheme of the carriers. But let's take a look at the back here. We've got a pretty good looking call out, a color call out of the different variants in the colors. So there we can see the the dark gloss blue and then the semi-gloss black of all the different Night Fighter variants that comes with the kit. So, let's take a look on the inside, shall we? Here goes. Alright, everything all comes together. Not individually wrapped, however, just all in one big Ziploc bag. I do like the individually wrapped sprue sheets, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Let's get the box out of the way for us. Alright, let's take a look and see what we've got inside the bag here. First up, let's look at the instruction booklet. Looks like a few pages of black and white. It's got the box art picture up on the top there and a little bit of the history about it. It was, let's see, designed in 1946, April, and it came out in 48. First flew and delivered in 1950 to Korea and used up primarily through the Korean War conflict and somewhat into Vietnam as electronic warfare, as we discussed a little bit earlier. Alright, and thank you, Tommy Thomason, for help with the camouflage markings. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much, sir, whoever he is. Alright, let's take a look. Let's get that out of the way. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. Alright, real simple. Let's see if you can see that there. There we are. Nice and real simple parts breakdown. Numbered and pictures. I do like those pictures just so that we can make sure we're doing everything right. And we've got the colors all just really tiny right alongside there. Let's see if you can see that better. There they are. There are the colors right there, guys. Right next to some of the details there. Okay, everything's all organized by stars. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Uh-oh. Looks like this one's going to be a tail sitter if we're not careful. It says weight. Right there. Okay. Wonder how much weight we'll need. Well, trial by error. Trial by error. If not, well, it'll look silly. We'll say it's taking off. Alright. Looks like a fairly simple parts breakout. Step-by-step pictorial instructions anyway, no nothing else. The previous review that I had read about this said to watch out for the engine nacelles and the exhaust. They seem to either be not fitting or backwards, so that's one thing that we're going to look out for there, as I can see. Step number 9, and so it also said watch out for the nose gear. It is the wrong length, so we're going to watch out for that. Okay, same simple parts diagram. Looks like it mirrors the left side and the right side. Just numbers. Oh, and we've got some different drop tanks we can use, either the 150-gallon or 300-gallon. All right, here are the decals. Let's take a look. Alright, if you can see it through here, that's kind of a glossy sheen on the paper, so the decals might be a little too gloss for me. Oh, hey! Here we are. The decals were printed by Edward, so they might not be too bad. They still seem a little glossy, even though Night Fighters were primarily semi-gloss to a gloss finish, but might too much shine. All 4 variants seem to fit on here somehow. God bless 72nd scale. I haven't decided whether I want to do the marine semi-gloss black or a navy blue. I'm not sure yet. Hope you guys can help me out with that one. Anyway, they do look a little shiny, but hopefully they'll be good quality Edward decals. Fingers crossed on that one. Not too many, thank goodness. But then again, 72nd scale will do. Uh-oh. Alright guys, see if you notice the same thing I do here. Step number 16. Look at that. That looks like 3 parts to the canopy. Uh-oh. Let's see if we can find it in here just so I can look. Yep. Okay. And it looks like we've one of them already fell off the sprue here. So let's take a look. All right. Yep. Look at that. 2 pieces, and then the centerpiece. However, Glass looks kind of nice. No blemishes. A little bit of flash just on pieces there and there, but that's easily solved. Let's see if you can see that. Let me bring... Oh, that's not going to do too much. It's white. Anyway, sorry guys. Darn this lighting. And my camera here. Working with a new camera system. Alright, well, in any case, there's a little bit of flash there, so, but the clear parts look really nice with as far as clarity, so that makes me happy. Won't have to do too much about that. Alright, back to the callouts. Oops. Alright, well, luckily we've got the color on the box, because all here, it is all one color. They don't say black or anything. It is the overall gloss blue. Let's see, do we get anything else? Nope, just the overall gloss blue. And hey guys, can you see this? Correction and correction. Looks like we screwed up, but put it in there for us anyway. Okay, no problem. Alright, so the decals look fairly simple. All one nice color according to this, so looks like it just wants us to do the glossy blue. Alright, so overall instructions seem to be okay, a little simplistic. I hope they're not too convoluted when the actual build starts. So that's that. Now let's take a look at the sprue here. Whoops. Alright, let's grab the first top one. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. This is well, some detail in it. That's okay. Oh, what do you know? The see if you can see the. Did I get it right? There it is. There's the instrument panel. We'll be working with that. I didn't see any decals for the instrument panel. The detail is okay. On these parts it's a little lacking, with the exception of the panel lines there on the drop tanks. The gear detail, the landing gear, pretty decent. For a 72nd scale kit, it's not too bad. There is a lot of flash though. I mean, so I'll be shaving these parts down a little bit and polishing them up with some sanding sticks here and there. Everything looks all fairly self-explanatory. They are not numbered. Let's double check and see if they are. Yes, they are numbered here. So, looks like I'm going to be playing a guessing game. I hope I'm good at reading pictures. Well, that's too bad. Let's see if we get any better with this one. Oh, what on earth? Okay. Alright, bits and pieces of flash, good panel lines. So I like the panel lines. Wow, that's kind of nice. Don't usually see this kind of level on panel lines on a 72nd scale kit unless it's like an Academy or something. Academy usually has pretty good panel lines. Cockpit tub. Let's see if you can see that there. Let's get some light over to it. Yeah, not much detail there. Man, why? I'm getting cursed with the lack of detail in the cockpits, aren't I? I checked out for any kind of photo etch parts or resin canopy kits for this, and not that I could find. Looks like the mold didn't quite make it. There's some holes inside of it, so put a little bit of filler there. Looks like quite a bit of sanding and ejector pin marks. Let's see if you guys can see that there. Nice little crescent moons. See that? Crescent moon there, crescent moon there. Let's rotate it around. Yep, okay. Well, no pun intended, but I got my work cut out for me. So, let's, once again, no numbers on the parts, so I'm going to have to go off the pictures. There is a bit of flash, so that's going to be a bit of a bummer. The clear parts, once again, best part of the kit. Nothing except for the fact that I have to put all three of them together and form that, so I hope my skills are good enough for that. Alright guys, so to review, we've got A lot of filling, a lot of sanding, a lot of filing, cutting, trimming, shaving, and hopefully I won't lose any of that panel line detail. I get to play guess which part that is with the instructions and the lack of numbers. Colors, well, black or blue, good enough. Alright guys, well that's enough of this kit. We will get a good start on it, and we'll keep you updated in the forums. So, we'll see you back on International Scale Modeler with updates on the F3D Skyknight. Like I said, it's going to be a unique build. I chose it because it's nothing like any of the World War II versions. This is its own breed. We'll keep you posted with Willie the Whale, the Drut. All right, History Rider out.